Hey, I was messing about with a rhyme and some words to see if I could put down how I'm feeling about this absurd questions into me. Because when I was a young mum, there were 3 teen boys that I knew, and they've all become someone now. I don't really want to say out loud whose mom was fucking obscene. I don't really think I should be telling other people's stories, but some just must be told, and there was a mum out of those 3. Now if you're wondering who I mean Rant, Token, and Prof. Now, Rand's mom was an absolute doll, and she is, I'm sure, to this day. Token's mom, we had our downs and ups, but more smiles and frowns. So I guess that doesn't leave you wondering who we should all hate. Not just me, Whistle. Because this woman is evil beyond comprehension. You see, he says things in an interview about his grouse dad. Anyone who knew that man when he left us was sad. And what made it more of a tragedy was his daughter was sold. Yes, she took Prof's inheritance, and she sold that as well as her daughter. Yes, I'm not lying. She came and saw me and said, I know that thing my husband gave you to say thanks for being there for me in my final days. Well, she found out it was worth something, and she stood over me, said I had to give it back to her because she was his wife by law. But the thing was, that man was old when he impregnated that slunt. Yes, he was old, and his mom was a Catholic. So there was no denying that marriage had to happen. And there's no denying it was done only for the children. And there's quite a few of them, all with different dads. In fact, even married to someone else when another man she had. But let me tell why I hate you, why I'm coming and telling my story. Because everyone's begged me to talk about this, so I'm gonna sing it in song. It really should be screamed and shouted and made a death metal tune. But then none of yous would listen to the truth that I spew. Because her daughter was given away to a man in a truck. It made it much easier for the mom that was a slunt. And when I said, oh, please, Trish Gorman, that's her name, don't let your girl go there. I said, please, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. She called me seedy. Yeah, I was called a sex pervert and someone really obscene. 'Cause why would I think a man who we'd never ever before met or seen would just come out of the blue and offer to help? Anyway, that's the end of the fucking song. If you're still listening, obviously you can't like that, but you got to like that to get my point across, right? The Epstein files are coming out. Use cunts in America. Australia, we're all fucking freaking. It's the stars everywhere, and now we're becoming, well, not me, but my friends are becoming the stars. And people are saying things about them. Look, girls that are calling prof a narcissist, I just want to say, what attracts what? A narcissist attracts an empath, or does an empath attract a narcissist? And if he's a narcissist, maybe it's because you're actually a narcissist, because that boy is very empathic, very empathic. Oh my God. And he's not lying about his childhood. And prof, please don't hate me for that song. Please don't fucking hate me. But I had to get it out there. I am so fucking angry. She was got by a man, and then my daughter come home because she made me send my daughter. Well, not that. I sent my daughter one time. She come home and told me about the truck ride, and I went, right, that's preening, that's no way. And I said, Shan, don't you ever ask me about that truck again. You were never going near. And if you find yourself alone with that man, you get someone around you, you get a kid around you, anyone, just never be alone with that man ever. And I begged Trish not to let her daughter go. And she told me I was the sex pervert. I was seedy. Then it's a big court case. So I don't know what happened, because I went away. I actually went quite insane after Norman's stepdad died, because I was raising fucking, and I just wish I'd stolen you, Tennille and Norman. I wish I fucking had stolen you and just run away with my two kids and you two, and then God knows what kind of seedy, perverted sexual position we'd be in with my kids giving each other grandkids and giving me grandkids, or God knows what would happen, but Tennille wouldn't have been raped, that's for fucking sure, right? Then there's a big court case, every fucking kid in Warragul, and you go ask Emily, anyone ask Emily about me, because that girl, like what she said to me when she said every kid on Dunn Street knew they were safe and had food at Bronwyn's house. I was like, well, not you. And she's like, why not me? And I was like, oh, not that I wouldn't feed you, but you had a good mum. I wasn't looking out for you. Like, and she was like, we always ate at your house. And I was like, oh, grouse. I was a good mum. I was. Prof's mum wasn't. Yeah, so anyway, there was a big court case. All the kids were involved. All sorts of seedy stuff. Women accusing my daughter of getting them to show Norman things, which was ridiculous. The girls all wanted Norman and were begging Shan for an in on their big brother or cousin or whatever we're calling ourselves. We're family. Get over it, unless this post destroys that. And Shan had a computer she didn't have a computer. She had her computer in the kitchen at her dad's house and in the lounge room at my house. It was always monitored. The girl who was sending her boobies to Norman was on a laptop in her bedroom. But get on the seedy one. Okay, so there's a big court case. Then this is where I'm going to get real fans. But she allowed a man my age to move into the house. Again, I said, get him away from your daughter. Get him away from your daughter. Nothing was done. When she got pregnant, the police told me that she was of age and could speak for herself. She wasn't 14 when she got pregnant. She was 14 when she ran away from home with that dude. Once again, Prof's mum told me I was seedy and perverted. She was nothing more than a babysitter. She is 5 or 4. No, I don't even think she's even 4 years older than her eldest stepchild. That is disgusting. Like, there was something really, really toxic in those hills. And I wish I don't know. I wish I'd got down the song I had before because I said it perfectly, but I don't want to sing it in a sweet song. I want to swear it and shout it out and thrash my head about and tell everyone how fucked yous all are. Because when she fucked my boyfriend, that being the prof's mum, fucked my boyfriend, and then she kicked me out of her house because I was living at her house after Tennille moved out with the 30-something-year-old, however old. But anyway, we'll just pretend like that's normal. Fucking, I was living at her house. I was paying her in drugs to live there. I had a boyfriend. We were paying her. She was going through double what we were in drugs. And every day she'd come down and ask for more. And he kept giving it to her. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? No, don't. So one day he refuses to give her any more drugs because I said, no fucking way. We're giving her, she's one person, we're two. And no, like, we pay more than our way. We're paying everything in drugs. We buy all the food, everything. And fucking, she then pulls me into the lounge room and says, I've got to talk to you, Bronwyn. Takes me into the lounge room where she has someone who will really not appreciate being named, so I won't name you. But yeah, you took her side. She sold her daughter to a pedophile, and then she fucked my boyfriend. Then she only told me she fucked my boyfriend because he refused to give her more drugs. Then she kicked me out of her house onto the streets because she fucked my boyfriend. So anyway, I'm going to entitle this, Gee, I Love Prof's Mum. Not. I'm going to entitle it, Prof, Please Don't Hate Me. At Prof and anyone that wants to hear the truth about Prof's story. I really hope he doesn't hate me. I'm posting this straight up. Yous all fucking say shit about him. Yous all say shit. He is so sweet. He is fucking heartbroken. There's nothing he can do. His sister's gone. My daughter, she was as good as a daughter to me. I've seen her once. They said I gave her eating disorders. What, because I fed her? Yeah, Trish didn't even, she offered me mince on toast once. My mum used to call it shit on toast. So I'm like, oh yeah, shit on toast, that'll be yummy. Then she cooked mince and served it on bread, and that was a meal to Trish. She didn't cook. Her kids cooked for her kids. Like Norman used, man, there's a reason I got sung quite a few sweet songs, and I don't think there's any songs about his mum. And look, when he says his fucking childhood was toxic, just know his mum was evil incarnate. And any of you still supporting her, and anyone that knows who she is, show her this. Show her this and tell her where I live. I'd love to see her. I'd love to see her. Oh, see her with a big smile on my face and a pick in my fucking hand, cunt.